members.
Okay, ma.
Yeah. How did your week go?
It was fine. And
Stressful.
kind of stressful because you had to
Kind of.
get something done.
You had to get something done.
Yeah.
You had to get something done.
Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Okay. I'm having double it. 1 minute. Okay. Let me just put off my sound. No, I'm not having double echo. Okay, so we'll just give others a few minutes to join before we start the class, so that at least we have a considerable number of people joining the class. I can't hear you. Your audio is kind of it's cracking. It's not clear.
Okay, I said okay, no problem. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have Emmanuel. Hello, Kaliosho Emmanuel. How are you doing today? Emmanuel, can you hear me? Hello, Deborah. Emmanuel, can you hear me? Kaliosho Emmanuel. I'm not sure you can hear me. Oluwatomi saying, can you hear me? I think she's still trying to connect to you. Okay. Deborah, can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Because everybody seems to be muted.
Yes. Manuel is typing in the chat box.
Emmanuel and Deborah, can you hear me? I'd like to hear you. How are you doing, Emmanuel?
I'm fine.
Good. Deborah, can you hear me? I want to hear everybody's voices. And I wouldn't mind if you guys can turn on your videos too, so that I'm not the only one showing my face. Let's all show our faces. Deborah, are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, thank you, Abiodun, for showing your face. Deborah, can you hear me? Let me check the chat. Sorry, I'm not sure. Okay, Deborah can hear me. Okay. No, Deborah, I want to hear your voice. I don't want to see your chat. I want to hear your voice. So I want you to unmute. Hi, Deborah. How are you doing? How are you today? Good. Good to know that we're all doing good. Okay, so quickly, so that we don't waste any more time, we'll be going into today's class. And I'm sure you guys have been enjoying the classes so far. They've been an interesting one, and one that we've learned a lot of lessons. So today, basically, we're going to be learning about character building, values, and etiquette. Character building, value, and etiquette. So would anybody want to tell me, I'm sure we all have an idea of what this topic entails, yeah? I'm sure you all know what character building is, what value is, what etiquette is. So would anybody want to share briefly on the understanding of what character building, what these three words mean in your own understanding? Don't give me dictionary meaning, because at the end of the class, we're still going to have some dictionary meaning. So what does character building mean to you? What does value mean? What does etiquette mean to you? Anybody want to try? So we're all here to learn. There's no teacher, there's no, we're all students, we're all learning here. So who would like to go first? Share your understanding of what character building, value, and etiquette is. You want me to call names? Hello, Mofin Fuluwa. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to start calling people.
Good morning, ma.
Hi, Mofin Fuluwa. Good morning.
Good morning,
okay.
Ma.
So who's going to share character building, value, and etiquette? What do you understand by that? So since nobody wants to go first, I will call somebody. Abby? Yeah, Emmanuel, help us. What do you understand by character building, value, and etiquette? Is Emmanuel there? I can't hear Emmanuel. Okay, moving. Follow. Do you want to help out?
I understand the etiquette part, like your behavior and social grace.
I like that word, social grace. Okay, cool. Value, character building, any idea? Okay, Deborah says character building is the formation of one's character and behavior. Okay, thank you. Any other person?
Okay, I can talk about the value.
Okay.
Oh, let me talk about the value. Value is like the feedback that you can give to your community or people around you.
I bet the network is a bit, no, I can't hear you.
I think value, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I think value is the feedback that you can give to your community, that you can give them or like what you can what you can deliver, like what you can deliver, what can your community can give from you. I think that's value.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so in one way, we've all explained character building, we've explained what we think value is, and we've also explained what we think etiquette is. And I particularly like what Mufin said when she said social grace. I liked that. Well done. Okay, so quickly, we're going to be having an icebreaker before we go into our lesson for today. So I want everybody to participate in this icebreaker. So just answer the question. So I'm going to start with who do I start with? Let me see. The last person that joined. Okay, Tolushe Ikmeolu. Can you hear me? Okay, Deborah says value is the worth of a thing. Yeah, thank you. Tolushe, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hi. How are you? Okay, so pick one question from the icebreakers. Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, pick one question. Are you thinking of the one that you want to answer that is simple? Just pick. So you have 1 to 6. Pick any number.
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. So if you could spend the day with one fictional character, who would it be?
Naruto.
Who?
Naruto, the fictional character from the cartoon.
I didn't hear that. Okay, I think Tolu dropped off. Okay, so who wants to go next? Let me see. Who's next? Who's next? So Tommy saying, would you want to go next? Is Deborah
Yes,
there?
ma'am.
Okay, yes. Okay, so pick a question. What's your question? Are you people thinking of the easiest one to answer? Just pick one. Question what?
6.
Did you say 6?
Yes.
Okay, so if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
New York.
What?
New York.
New York. Why will you go to New York? What's interesting about New York?
The Statue of Liberty.
The statue. Well, that's serious. So, okay. Right. Thank you. Okay, so Abiodun. Okay, Tolushe is back. Tolu, you were saying something. I didn't hear you. So what's your fictional character? You can type it in the chat box so that I can because I think your line was breaking. Okay, so Mofi Infolua, you can pick a question. Question what?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay, you decided to go for the first question. So if you could eat only one food, like why would I eat only one food? But if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Rice.
Rice.
Yes.
Like white rice.
Yes, ma'am.
Like seriously, you're going to be eating white rice for the rest of your life. That's how much you like rice. Wow, wow, wow. I'm shook. I'm shook, I'm shocked. Oh, Tolu, you can't hear anything. Okay, I think you need to, you might need to log out and come back in. Let me see, let me just type it. Okay, so Abiodun, Let's have you. What question do you want to answer?
Let me go for number 3.
Number 3. Ha ha ha. If you want
Yeah.
$1 million, what would you buy? Hmm. 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 What will you buy? Are you trying to think about it? Abiodun, if you want $1 million, what would you buy?
Actually, $1 million. If I buy what is in my mind, there will be change. But first thing in my mind is to get a latest brand new laptop. Yeah, for my data science, and I know the $1 million will remain. For the remaining, I used to buy some courses and a room for data science class, and
Great.
after that, I may use the remaining for my parents, because I will have been getting the knowledge I want, and my parents will have used those money the business, and I'll just check all that I can do the data science.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Well done. Well done. Data scientist. Okay. So who have I now called? Emmanuel. Have I called Emmanuel? Call it show Emmanuel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so would you want to pick a question?
Question 6.
Question 6. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? Why people think this seems to be you people? Like I want to jack back to Canada. I want to You're still thinking.
Yes, ma'am.
Think fast, think fast. You have like how many countries in the world? You don't, if you want to stay in Nigeria, say you can stay. Maybe you don't want to change your location.
Okay. Maybe I'll go to Russia.
Russia, where they are fighting.
Ma?
Russia, where they are fighting. Hey, it's okay. Do you want to get there to fight the war, Abby?
Yes.
No problem. No problem. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for participating. I don't know why everybody avoided number 4 and 5. So if you were stranded on an island, what 3 items would you bring? If you were stranded on an island, what 3 items? Tolushe, can you hear us now? Just to be sure that
Yes, ma'am.
oh, great. So let me ask Tolushe. So if you were stranded on an island, what 3 items would you bring? You have to think about it very well. Or if you found a magic lantern and a genie gave you 3 wishes, what would you wish? I'm sure we've probably read that book, Aladdin and the How Many Thieves. I can't remember. But there was a genie. So if you found a magic lantern and the genie gave you 3 wishes, what would you wish? Anybody? Nobody will wish for anything. Deborah, what would you wish for if you had the opportunity to make 3 wishes? Is Deborah still there? I can't hear. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's quickly move to our class for today. We've spent enough time on icebreakers. This screen doesn't want to move. Okay, so we'll be learning character building, and I like the fact that, you know, we've all explained. Deborah, you wish for money. Okay, of course, we'll all wish for money. Yeah. So character building. So what do we mean by character building? What exactly do we mean? And I like the fact that, you know, we've all explained in our own understanding what we think character building is. But character building is basically the process of improving on one's character and personality. Good to see your face, Emmanuel. So it's the process of improving on one's character and personality. So if this is the kind of character I have, if I'm a very kind person, I'm a very loving and caring person, character building is me trying to get better in that particular aspect of my life, in that particular character. And also, this is me. So my name is Tosin. If somebody wants to describe me, they might describe me as Tosin is a talkative, Tosin likes to give, Tosin likes to be with people. So these are characters that define me. So if I want to build my character, building character simply means me trying to work better on those characters, me trying to be a better person, me trying to improve on my character and my personality. That is what character building is all about. And that's what we're going to be learning today. So as teenagers, you know, when you grow up, when you get into that workspace, when you get into that, that course you're doing in school, in the university, you need to build character. Character, you know, they say there are different things that might take you to the top, but character will definitely keep you at the top. So you might work hard, there might be hard work, there might be different things, but you know, if you lack character, if you simply lack character, there's every tendency that when you get to the top, you just miss it. I know sometimes we just ask, oh, so why do people struggle so much to get to the height of their careers or the height of their work? Or even in school, you know, when they're choosing prefects and all those things, but the very moment they become head boy or they become head girl, you know, their character changes all of a sudden. So character building is you knowing that in spite of whatever level you find yourself in, so whether you become the class representative when you get to university, or whether you become the senior prefect in your school, wherever you find yourself in, character building is you improving no matter the level you find yourself in. So even if you are placed at the bottom of the pyramid where you need to serve, building character will definitely, you know, it singles you out. It makes people notice you, not because you want to be noticed, but it just becomes unavoidable. People will want to associate themselves with you. Everybody wants to be, you know, they want to reckon with Emmanuel, they want to reckon with Mufi Folua. Everybody wants to, you know, be like, have you not seen Mufi Folua? Have you not seen Emmanuel? Have you not seen Abiodun? So everybody will definitely be talking about you. Why? Because you have improved on your character, and that is what sustains you. So now, still based on character building, I want to ask a question. So if you catch, let me just remove this. So if you catch your friend stealing because she is hungry, what would you do? Or because he or she is hungry, what are you going to do? Anybody want to go first? If you see your friend stealing because she's hungry, not because it is her nature, but because she's hungry, what would you do? Who would like to go first? Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay, Abiodun, you're trying to talk.
Yeah. First thing I will do is I will try to call his or her attention and told him him or her what she has done, and if I can afford it, I will buy it for that person
Mm,
for him or her, and let
mm,
him leave the place. That's
mm.
what I.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Abiodun. Any other person who has a contrary opinion? If you catch your friend stealing because she's hungry, what would you do? Solution, what would you do? You can also drop your comments. Let me see if there's any comment in the chat box. What would you do? What would you do? I need everybody to participate though. What are you going to do when you catch your friend stealing? Deborah, Mufin, Folua, Emmanuel, what are you going to do? Okay, let me see. Solution says I'll report to security. Okay. That's serious. Okay, who else has a contrary opinion? Or who thinks that the right thing to do is actually to report your friend stealing? Mufin, Folua, what would you do? So imagine you caught your best friend stealing.
First of all, I would like tell the person to return whatever he or she stole. Then if I had any money on me, like right then, I'll have given it to the person to buy something to eat. If not, I'll have gone home and I'll have gone home to get something for the person.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I like that. Who else? Who else would like to share what they would do? Solution must be working in the, in the law agency. If I catch you stealing, I report you. But really, what exactly is the right thing to do? Should you report? Okay, Deborah says, first thing I'll do is to ask the person to return it and then get the person food. Secondly, I'll try to talk the person out of the behavior. Yeah, I think that's the same thing I would do if I catch my friend stealing. Because like I said, I ended it with a clause saying because she is hungry, not because it is her nature, not because she steals on a normal day. But of course, hardship, the economy led her to go and steal. So I definitely, because she's my friend, I would not report her. I would talk to her, ask her to return it. I don't mind going with her to the person to return whatever she stole and then pay for it. And like Tomisi said, get the person food and then try to talk to the person. Let's see what we can do together, how I can be of help, how I can be of assistance. If we need to talk to my parents, if my parents have at least enough to go around, of course, we can always share. So, exactly. So this is also looking at character building. Like I said, this is not your friend's character. But because of the situation he or she has found herself in, she had to steal because she was hungry. So it's not a usual character. So we need to learn, how to apply our characters in different scenarios, in different situations. There are times when, yes, you would need to report. If this was a normal occurrence where my friend is a thief on a normal day, but in the first place, why am I keeping a friend as a thief as a friend? But if it is a normal occurrence where I know that this person steals all the time, okay, it has got, oh, no, I would have to report you. I don't mind you getting punished for it if it's going to make you change. Yeah. Thank you all for your, for your contributions. So next, we're running out of time. We're going to be moving to values. So was it Deborah that said it, that values are like social grace, how you grace yourself in the public. So values are basic and fundamental beliefs that guide or motivate our attitudes and our actions. So your values are those things that you believe are important in the way you live and in the way you act. So what do I do? So my values could be me being positive all the time is a positive value. Me being assertive is a value that, I should have. So for me, I don't like people with bad energy. So when I say bad energy, I mean people who, when you just make a suggestion, the next thing they just cut you off, or they just feel all your suggestions are always very senseless or baseless, and you are not making any common sense. So values are those things that you believe are important in the way that you live and you act. But now I said something. I said in your journey in life, you will come across so many values, especially when you are growing up. Everybody wants you to learn. So they tell you this value is important. This value is important. Don't ever be forced to accept what does not work for you. And remember that your value speaks a lot about who you are. So for me to know who Mufiyinfoluwa is, once I identify her values, I know that this is the kind of person. So if we're in a public space and I see that she's the type of person that snubs people, if I see that she's the type of person that is very dirty, it practically tells me a lot about her personality. I know that this person is a no-go area. And I said the pitfall in accepting these values is in simply accepting values without asking if they are right for you. Many of them will be right for you, some will not be right for you. And it can be intimidating to adopt values that are different from those around you. It can be very intimidating because you see your friends, so there is peer pressure, there is this, there is that, and you just feel, because this is this person's value, let me also adopt it. No, don't adopt what does not work for you. Do what works for you. Value is me being myself, people accepting me, but me having positive values that can influence other people around me. So let people see you and learn from you. So some of the important values that I feel that you should imbibe are: number one, accountability. As teenagers, you need to be accountable to somebody, and you need to be accountable to yourself. Don't do things because I don't care who is watching. I don't care if anybody is looking at me. Be accountable, to be responsible for things. When I was asking if Abiodun, if he got $1 million, what he would use it for? He mentioned something about also taking care of his parents. That is accountability, because he feels that he's responsible for them at some point. And he felt, if I get $1 million, I should be able to take care of my parents from this money. Do you understand? Accountability. Be accountable to yourself. Be accountable to somebody. You can have a mentor, somebody who you're accountable to, who you can give updates to and say, you know what, sir, this is what I did today. If they give you a work to do, be accountable to yourself. Don't pretend. In this journey of our lives, we are all learning. And whatever you do is to help yourself. Now, this is not even about me making my parents proud. This is about me making myself proud. And always, accountability is also appreciating yourself when you do things. So if I get my assignments right, 10 over 10, appreciate yourself. Take time out to celebrate yourself. It's not bad if you can buy a cup of ice cream for yourself because you did something right. Don't be too hard on yourself, even when you fail. When you fail, take corrections. That is accountability. Empathy is also another important value to imbibe. Empathy. How do you feel towards other people? So when someone falls into a pit, how empathy is not exactly the same thing as sympathy. Sympathy is probably feeling pity for this person, but empathy is you knowing the right thing to do if someone falls into a pit right now, and knowing that, I have to be to help this person out and not just look at him and be pitying and be saying, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Forgiveness is another important value to imbibe. You will get offended. Your parents will offend you. Your parents want to force you to do things that might want to force you to do things that you don't want to do. Your friends might hurt you. Your friends might say negative things, bad things that hurt you. Forgiveness is key. You know, if you don't forgive, it's like carrying rotten tomatoes in your bag and you're just walking up and down. Like the person that probably even offended you doesn't even know that you're angry. And you're the one all swollen in and just puffed up, and you're like, forgiveness makes you feel lighter. Hard work, diligence, those two work hand in hand. You know, even the Bible says, have you seen a man that is diligent? Being diligent in your work, in everything you do, is very important. Diligence and hard work will take you far. Like it will take you far to the top. That is what diligence does. Diligence and hard work will take you to the top. You cannot want to get to the university without reading your book, without passing your exams. No. Commitment is also very important. Commitment, being committed to the work they've given you. So if somebody tells you to do something, being committed to it is very, very important. It makes you know that, yes, once I see that you're committed to a work, I can give you bigger jobs to do that. I know that probably I shouldn't be giving to you. But because I see your commitment to the work you've done, I would want to give you more. And then friendship, oh my God, I can't overemphasize the importance of friendships. Keeping the right friends is like, I don't know. Friendship, most times we abuse friendship. We don't know the importance of having friends. I mean, friends would always come true. True friends would always come true for you. Even in years to come, and you're like, friendship cannot be overemphasized. So these are important values to imbibe. So I would like us to also share some values that you think are important to you. Like I said, these are values that I think are important to imbibe. And remember that I stated earlier that you don't always have to accept all the values or everything that everybody tells you. So I would like some of you to share with me what you think your values are, what defines you. Hello, I'm Zat, Kodri, Ayomide, welcome. So who would like to give some examples of values, some things that you think are your values, that you can say these are my values. These are the things that define who I am. Anybody? Like I said, it's an interactive class. Everybody has to talk. So give me some of your values. What are those things that define Emmanuel? What are those things that define Deborah, Abiodun? Tell me, I want to know. We're all yet to learn. What are your values? Who would like to go first?
Oh, I would like to go first.
Okay, thank you, Abiodun. So you muted again. Okay. Okay, Ayomide says my education. Very good. Very good. Education. At least you know if education is an important value for you, then you know that even when you grow up, when you're married, when you have kids, education is something that they cannot do without. They have to all be educated. Thank you. Abiodun, please, you can go ahead. I guess you're muted.
My value is for consistency. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, please.
Be consistency, and
good.
And helping others. Maybe in school activities, I help my colleagues In school activities a lot. That's my
I like that. Thank you. Consistency. I like that. Being consistent is one important value that we need to imbibe. Consistency, being consistent. I know somebody that sells food. Since I was in school, I've been buying this guy's food. And then I noticed, the taste is just fantastic. And the guy has grown so big, and that is because of consistency, being consistent to what you do. Deborah says tolerance and justice. Thank you. I like that. Tolerance and justice. Some people are not tolerant. They can't tolerate people. They can't. If you mess with me now, I'll give you one blow. You just get out of my sight. That's how some people are. But being tolerant helps you to even be able to control your own emotions. Being tolerant. Thank you very much, Deborah, for that. Any other points? Any other value that is of importance to you that you think we should know, that you'd like to share? Who has not? Let me see who has not shared. Okay, Tolusha has not shared. Is Tolusha still here? No, Tolusha has dropped off. Emmanuel, would you want to share before we move on to etiquette? Okay, so I see. Yes, thank you very much, Ayomide. Integrity. Oh my God, I don't even know how I missed that. Integrity is, I don't know. See, once you can have integrity, once you have integrity, there's a lot of things that you've practically spoken to me. So if I know that if you say that I am going to be here at so time, as teenagers, you want to tell somebody, your mom says, okay, be at the shop by 9 o'clock. And as long as I said, yes, mommy, I will be there. Integrity is me being there by 9 o'clock. But so many times we don't even care. The fact is that I'm there. But integrity is you going the extra mile to ensure that if I said so, then I am doing so. That is integrity. Thank you so much, Ayamide, for that. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we're running out of time. So quickly, I'll move to etiquette. So I'm sure we all know what we've all heard about etiquette, this laptop. So what are etiquettes? So etiquette simply refers to guidelines that control the way a responsible individual should behave in society. In a nutshell, etiquette is a complex network of unwritten rules. So most times you will not find etiquette written in the Constitution of Nigeria. So most times there are unwritten rules that govern social interactions and behavior. Social interaction and behavior. I like that. So if I go to etiquette, like I said, we all know what etiquettes are, right? So what are those etiquettes that you guys are used to? Knowing it when you're talking. Don't talk. Don't talk when you're eating. Please share some more with me. But these are some of the etiquettes you need to know that I think are very important. Apologize when you are wrong. Don't always try to justify your wrong actions. Always apologize. We don't like, I don't know if it's a Nigeria mentality or something, but so many of us don't like to apologize. Like you feel, I don't know what an apology is going to take away from you, but apologize when you're wrong. It just makes you feel like that. It makes you feel relaxed, at ease. Apologize when you're wrong. And even when you're apologizing, don't say, I'm apologizing because, I'm just apologizing because I no. Don't say, or don't tell me that I'm sorry, but show you know that what you did is, you don't need to just apologize. You're wrong. Don't try to justify your wrong action. Ask permission to do or take things that are not yours. When you need to take things or do things that do not belong to you, say, please, can I have this? Or can I please take this? Learn to say please and thank you. We need to learn it. Don't, they give you something, bash. No, thank you. No, please. Those are basic etiquettes we need to know. Use the right language when speaking. Don't use foul languages. When you get to certain places, there are some kind of words you shouldn't use. Treat others with respect. We want to be respected, but most times we don't treat other people with respect. Treat others with respect. That, they say respect is reciprocal. Don't be boastful, don't be arrogant, don't be loud. These are basic etiquettes we need to know. Even in your classes, treat other people with respect. The fact that somebody does not know what you know does not mean that the person is daft or that the person is dumb. No, it doesn't. So don't look down on other people. Don't feel that because you are an expert in a particular area, then it means that other people don't know what they are doing. No. Treat people with respect. It will come back to you way in places where you don't even know. It will always come back to you. So now these are basic etiquettes of scenarios. This is where we're going to be ending our class today. We've already exceeded our time, but it's fine. So scenarios, your classmate has a terrible body odor and the person, I meant hug, and always tries to hug you every morning. What would you do? If your classmate has a terrible body odor and is the type that, when you come, very friendly, hey, Emmanuel, how are you today? How are you? In such scenario, what would you do? How do you express yourself without making the person feel condescending? Oh my God. Anybody? Has anybody been in such a scenario like that, where, your classmates or somebody that's close to you, has, most times people that have body odors most times don't know. So how do you communicate this unpleasant feeling without making the person feel so bad? Anybody want to help?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I think I'll just call the person. We'll talk one-on-one. I will tell the person that, guy, I think you should do something about this body odor. It's really unpleasant. I'll just tell him in a way that will not make him feel bad.
Feel bad. Yeah, true. Nice. That's good. I think I'll do the same too. Does anybody have a contrary opinion? I think I'll just call you or probably just get you a, what's that thing, deodorant and a perfume, just tell you, I think you should always try to use this every morning, blah, blah. Yeah. Thank you, Manu. So second scenario, you go out with a friend of the opposite sex to see a movie. So as a guy, you go out with a lady to see a movie, maybe your classmate, a friend, to see a movie or to buy something, and then you just discover suddenly that you know your wallet. What would you do? So I think I prefer the guys to speak in this scenario. So let me ask, who should I ask? Hello, Nathaniel Benjamin. So let me ask Abiodun. So if you're in such a scenario, or maybe you went out with your classmate, a girl, to buy something, and you already picked the thing, in your mind, you were going to pay for her also. And then all of a sudden, okay, thank you, Ayomide, communicate with him in a proper manner and even introduce some drugs here. Sure. Thank you so much. Hi, Nathaniel, good morning. Yeah, late. Okay, so Abiodun, do you want to help us? And then you just discover, which I'm not with my wallet. What will you do?
Firstly, what I'll do is that if there is money in my account, you can just transfer, and if not, I'll just told her to pay that. I will pay her back.
Correct. Some of us, okay, let me ask another guy. That is Abiodun's perspective. Emmanuel, what will you do?
I'll tell her that there is no money on me. I forgot my wallet. If she can pay, fine. But if she can't pay, if we can return the things we bought already, we return it.
Sharp. No time. Thank you. Okay, I like that. Since Nathaniel Benjamin is just joining us, would you like to contribute? If you were in such a scenario, what would you do? Is Benjamin still there? But he has gone to buy something. Okay, I like all the suggestions. Okay, so the last one is, in a case where someone accuses you wrongly, what would you do? I thought about this one. So if someone accuses me wrongly, I think I'm just going to start crying. I don't know. What would you do, actually? Anybody? Someone accuses you wrongly. What would you do?
I would just want to share. First, that's been actually I like such
I can't
scenarios.
hear you. Your network.
Hello.
Okay, while Abiodun is sorting out his network, who else would like to try? When someone accuses you wrongly. Morphine, Follower, and Deborah, what would you do? You can drop your comments in the chat box. You can unmute. What would you do?
I'll try to provide the truth and the fact that the person accused me wrongly and evidence that supports my own side of the story.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Well, sometimes these things can be so hard, especially when it looks like everybody tends to be believing the person that is accusing you. But again, once you have a good character, it will be easy for people to stand up and say, no, I don't think Tosin will do this. I don't think, any other person has a contrary opinion. What would you do if someone accused you wrongly? Okay, Abiodun.
I did like them accused wrongly, but what I might do is just keep quiet and let it go. After that, I've now caught that person's attention that this is what you do. You know it's wrong, and if that person can take apology, if not, I'll leave that person on his own.
Yes, thank you. Okay, Benjamin says I'll speak out till I'm heard. Exactly. We keep emphasizing the truth. I mean, I didn't do it, so I shouldn't be accused wrongly. Thank you all for your wonderful, wonderful, wonderful contributions. Thank you for participating a lot. I liked the interaction. So from this class, I'd like everybody to drop, one thing that you've learned that you will take home with you. One important thing you've learned that you will not forget. You can drop it in the chat box. From this class, what have you learned? Unfortunately, Benjamin joined us late. So if you want to speak, please, you can speak. What have you learned? What is that one thing that you're going to take with you that you will not forget? I'm waiting. You can unmute. A good reputation helps. Yeah, exactly. A good reputation helps prevent false accusation. And I remember a time in school, someone accused me wrongly, and I was so broken. And then it was my CRS teacher, and she came and she stood in for me, and she's like, I know Tosin will not do this. Tosin, and with the intervention, that was how I was able to get off the case. And I'm like, wow, really? So a good reputation, yes, helps. I should learn to accept responsibilities. Yes, thank you, Deborah. Learn to accept responsibilities. Very, 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 very key. Even in the place of failure. So there are times when you have teamwork and probably you are the leader of the team, and then it doesn't go as planned. Accept responsibility. You were the one that led the team. Nobody's going to break your head, for failing. Yeah. But take responsibilities with your full chest, accept it. This is it. Yes, I did this. I'm sorry it went this way, but yeah, I was responsible for it, for doing this. Yeah. Thank you, Deborah. Yes, Abiodun and Ayomide, what have you learned so far? What are you going to take with you from this class? I'm waiting. You can unmute if you don't want to type. What have you learned from character building, values, and etiquettes? Character building, value, and etiquette. What have you learned? I'm waiting. Ayomide, who else has not spoken? Emmanuel. Has Emmanuel dropped? No. Moving follower, what have you learned? Yes, I should maintain my integrity. Very well. Yes, exactly. Very important. Integrity is key. Maintain your integrity as much as possible. Don't let anything soil your integrity. Keep your integrity like you're keeping your heart. Guard it very well. Integrity is key. It would always speak for you when you have integrity. It would always. I'm sure we've all heard about, we're all participating in the 2023 elections. We've been seeing so much. And one thing I've seen from one of the candidates is integrity. Everywhere it keeps popping up is integrity. So integrity will speak for you. Even in years, I will try to take another person's mistake in any situation. I'll try to take another person's mistake in any situation, being forgiving. Okay, so you learn to forgive, yes, when people make mistakes. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's what you were trying to say. Yes, all right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for your participation, for your contributions. I had a wonderful time in class. So now I'll just be handing over to the next person who will be taking over the session. Thank you I'm not sure I introduced myself at the beginning of this class though, but my name is Oluwatosin. So it was nice to meet all of you, and I hope, to see you guys in the future, in top places as lawyers, as bankers, as doctors, whatever you want to be. And I trust that God will help you. Thank you very much for having me. See you some other time. Thank you. Bye. So just hold on. Yeah, someone else will be taking over the class. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. Please, can you leave your slide on? All right, thank you. Okay, so I think we are technically done, but I believe you know what's next. Last week we had some games, and we had 2 students who participated efficiently, and it was very fun. And suffice to mention that we are taking note of attendance because we've had a series of certain trainings in the past, and some people at the end, they want to be recognized for attending classes, by being given certificate of participation or attendance rather, but we are only going to acknowledge and give certificate to those who have been attending and participating in classes. So today is the last weekend class that we have. Interestingly, this training ends by Wednesday. Wednesday is the last day of class. All right, so we have two people that should be presenting for us today. And but before the presentation, I've got a little puzzle, and I want to ask one or two people. So I will call names. Mofini and Abiodun, be getting ready for your presentation. So I'm aware that you guys have a presentation for us. But in the meantime, I want to ask, some people a random question. So let me take, for instance, Ayomide Amzat. Can you unmute, please? I want to ask you a question. It's a puzzle anyway.
Hello. Good morning
Yeah.
from my side.
Yeah, good morning. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, so you are 20 years old now, right?
Yes, sir.
If you were born 6 years ago, if you are 20 years old right now, right? So
Yes.
if you were born 6 years ago, how old will you be now?
14.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So I'm going to move that game on to someone. Let's try someone else's mathematical skill. Thank you, Ayomide. All right, Emmanuel, unmute yourself as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Emmanuel. How old are you now?
I'm 16 years.
Okay. If you were born 6 years ago, how old will you be now?
I'll be 6.
Oh, you got me, right?
Yes, sir.
Wait, have you played this game before?
I've seen videos about it before.
Okay. Interestingly, I have a confession to make as well. Okay, so Ayomide, I tricked you, right? That question is tricky, Emmanuel is correct. So if you were born 6 years ago, you will be 6 years old today. Now. So you are not 14 or anything. Trust me, I have a confession to make. I also failed the question too when I was asked. So All right. So that's a good one. But I think, Emmanuel, you got it because you have seen it before. So I'm going to ask one more question then before, but I hope Mofi, Folua, and Abiodun, they are getting ready because I'll call you guys now to have your presentation very shortly. Okay, so I just have one more game to play, and I will also call randomly. Benjamin. Benjamin, can you unmute yourself, please? Nathaniel Benjamin.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you today?
Fine, sir.
Okay, so we want to have a conversation, okay? And in this conversation, the game is ensure you don't say no, okay?
Okay, sir.
But what I will do is that I want to make you say no. So I'm saying that I bet you that you will say no. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the game has started, okay? All right, you're ready, right?
Yes.
Are you, girl? Your voice.
A boy, sir.
Sounds... Sorry?
Hello?
Oh, you said you... Did you say you... What did
boy,
you say?
Sir.
Oh, you're a boy.
I'm a boy.
Oh,
yes,
okay. I was just wondering. I thought you said you're a girl.
No.
You just said no. So I won. Benjamin, I tricked you, right? Benjamin?
Sir.
I said I've won, right? You said
yes,
no already. I said you shouldn't say no. All right, let me try someone else. Deborah. Oluwatomisin Deborah. Can you unmute yourself? And so this is the last game, then we will allow. Okay, Deborah, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Hey, hope you're good.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I bet you okay, so this is not gonna be no or yes and question, but what I want to say is that I bet I can make you say color blue. Okay, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So whatever happens, make sure you do not say color blue.
Yes, sir.
All right, are you ready for this game?
Yes, sir.
All right, we've started. So what's your favorite color?
Purple.
Purple. Wow. Wow. Can you tell me the color of the sky?
The sky.
Yep.
The sky
Is what?
is blue.
Blue. Sorry, did you say the sky is blue?
Yes, sir.
No. Okay, no, that would be unfair of me, actually. That would be unfair of me. Because there is no way you could have said something else. Okay, let me just go back to the yes and no, okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that would be unfair. All right, so are you ready for the game? You know the game now, right? So ensure you don't say no.
Okay, sir.
All right. How are you today?
I'm fine, sir.
Oh, beautiful. Do you have a brother?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. You have a brother.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How old is your brother?
He's 13.
Okay. Do you like your brother?
Yes, sir.
Does your brother like you?
Yes, sir.
What don't you like about your brother?
Likes fighting.
Okay, your brother likes fighting.
Yes, sir.
Did you say your brother likes playing?
Of course not.
Sorry, I didn't get that response. No, okay. Did you just mention that your brother likes eating?
Of course not.
Oh my God! You're like, I'm not gonna win this game with you, right? Okay, you've won. It's like anything I say, you're just gonna say, of course not. You've won. Congratulations. All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. So I believe Mofi Foluwa and Abiodun are ready for the presentation. Okay. So you've got you both have about 5 minutes, so which means 2 minutes each, then 1 minute for probably finalizing everything. Okay. Okay, so go ahead. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. Muffin, go ahead, please. The floor is yours. But first, tell us what the topic is, what you're defending, and then we have your time starts now.
Good day, everyone. My name is Muffin Foluwa Olumide, and I am opposing the motion children's access to the internet should be limited. So my first point is that the internet aids learning. There is a plethora of learning materials on the internet, and children can learn whatever they want to know. This is a tremendous learning resource for students and should not be disposed of, as most children find it easier to understand in front of a computer than with an actual teacher. Also, the internet provides fun. Everyone needs to unwind a little sometimes, and the internet provides a wide variety of entertainment, some as educative as they're entertaining. The internet also prepares them for the future. The world is becoming more digitalized, and most jobs already use devices for their work. Regardless of which area they may want to venture into in the future, they will need to use the internet. It is better for them to learn how to use it to its fullest ability now than to struggle later. My final point is information. The internet gives children an outlet to express their creativity. You can learn anything, absolutely anything on the internet. For every topic, there is a video or an article about it. This allows children to learn whatever they want, whether it's music or art or dance. The sky is the limit. I hope with this few points of mine, I've been able to convince you that children's attitude to the internet should not be limited. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I've been muted all along. Muffin.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I didn't know. I was talking. I thought I was unmuted. Wow, okay. Thank you so much. That's a beautiful one. I said it's a well-prepared debate. But I've got some questions that I want to ask you. I was hoping that Abiodun could take over now, but I think he's gone off. Okay, he's back. I don't know. Abiodun, are you ready for us? Your time starts now, Abiodun. You can unmute.
Good evening. Good morning. My name is Waliullah Abiodun Abdurrauf. Now, can everyone hear me? Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Ma'am?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there is no doubt. The internet is powerful tools that can be used for education. However, there are many dangers comes with students having unlimited access to the internet. So one of the main dangers students have having unlimited access to the internet is that they can be exposed in appropriate content. Mike, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
They can be, yes. One of the main dangers students have is limited access to the internet is that they can be exposed into inappropriate content. It is a lot of pornography and violence available online. The young are not either to deal with the types of these materials. So you get, and also the damage of internet. Internets have different damage. The internet is wonderful tools that can be used for many different purposes. And however, it can also be damaged place. Many damaged loans on what? On internet. Like there is cybercrime, cyberbullying, and also one of the best way to prevent is the damage is what? Use of reliable internet. And why students need to monitor their internet, you have to monitor the students going to internet. There's a growing body of evidence of supporting the students need to what? To be monitored. And the recent studies found the students were content monitored by what? By other adults. Adults need to monitor them. Firstly, it should be students who are consistently monitored. You can monitor your your children using the internet by settings, by using of some settings on their internet, and the time they will go to internet and the time they will leave the internet. And also the benefits of limited internet. There is a benefit for this also. The first of the benefits is it protect the information from being tampered or corrupted. Like the information about maybe about the student is being corrupted, maybe they hack the persons or they have access to that person's computer. And how to set this limit? You can set this limit on your student or your children computer. First set of the limit is when the student access the internet, then done by turning the internet time. You have to set time, the limited time that the person your children or your students will use at the internet by setting it on their phone. Another thing is by control of computer. You may be the one controlling their computer at home, that you set them limited to what? To internet. And also the third one is by choosing device. You have to be want to choose the device for your children. And the fourth one is what to do if there is an issue. Like if you have issue with your computer, what you have to do with them is like if your student is using internet for more than 3 hours a day, consider limited access. That means you will have set the computer for them that after 3 hours a day, they must not have they must not have access to the computer again. And study have shown their negative impact, their mental health and academic achievements. Like if your children is going to if like in addition, if is going to internet constantly, like it will be having time for his assignment or a work. But if you have set a limited time for him or her, that be it will have a benefit, and it will let him take more more access to the computer, and it can be he or she will not be affected by the internet. The conclusion, I will go on conclusion now. When starting to teach your kids how to use the internet, set guideline, educate them, and only when they are going to be use it for as school assignment. You are going to set the guideline, educate them about the internet, monitor what they doing, and really look at what they are posting online. Check what they are doing. Check their posting online and monitor their online. In doing this, you protect yourself and your children from many dangers that the internet puts at their fingertips today. Thank you very much. That will be the last of my presentation. Can everyone hear me? Hello.
Thank you, Abiodun. Thank you. You use more than 2 minutes, so you're not time conscious. But I realize that you probably going to prepare ahead. That's why I don't want to stop you. So let's stick to time. Okay, so the last session for the two of you, you have raised the point, the other person has raised the point. So I need you within 1 minute to counter and conclude, based on what the other person has said. Now, this is not based on your preparation. This is based on what the other person has said. Mofinyi, do you think you can go ahead first? You have heard one of the points. Can you please, Amzat, Ayomide, can you mute yourself, please? Mofinyi, do you want to go first?
After.
Sir, can Abiola, go first.
No, you go first. Mufi, please go first. So this is spot on the spot now. Not preparation, but based on what the opponent has said. So I want you to counter. And you guys have 1 minute each. Mufi, can you unmute yourself?
Sir, actually, my doing his presentation, my network goes from 2:30, and I can't really get what she said, sir.
Okay, let me try to recount what she said. I remember some of the things she said. She mentioned that internet shouldn't be limited because researches are done through internet, information are gathered through internet. A couple of things could be achieved via the internet, So what you want to do is just to counter. Or Mufi, do you want to go over what you said again, please, so that I don't put you out of line?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
I talked about how it affects learning, how it affects how it prepares them for the future, how it provides fun, and how it helps them to be creative. Please, can Abiodun?
Oh, I can hear you.
Can you quickly recap the ending part of your presentation? Because the voice was cracking out around that point. Your voice was cracking out.
Everyone, let me interrupt the two of you. I think I know what the two of you are trying to do now. So you want to get the point and let it sink in so that you can know what to counter it. But is it the whole idea of this is so that you are also, your listening skill is developed and you can give responses on the spot. All right, go ahead. I will let you go away with this, but you see what I will do next. Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, what I'm trying to say is that you have to set guideline for your cues in using internet. Set guideline, educate them when using the internet. Set the limit time they are going to use on internet, and also you tell them maybe the assignment you have to look what they are posting online, protect them, and by looking what they are posting, by setting times limited for them on internet, we let them not damage with the interrupt of the internet. Oh, that's the
okay. So I'm ready.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Let me start with the point that most parents view or perceive the internet as harmful to their children, probably because of bad experiences or other people's opinions, but they restrict their children from using the internet in a way that is more than is normal. So I believe that's what you're trying to say, and that parents should be more open to new ideas, and that because the world is changing and we're entering the digital age, and they should be more open to the idea of using the internet. And because everything that has a positive side also has everything that has a negative side also has a positive side. And I feel like it's better for them to explore the positive side of the internet instead of just berating it.
What I'm trying to say is that they need to set a limited time for them.
Hold on. Are you giving your own point? Is she done? Moya, are you done?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So, Biodo, are
Okay.
you ready to counter our own point by concluding as well?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
ready? Okay, all right, 1 minute, go ahead.
By that, by affecting the learning, it can't affect learning because there is a limited time you have to set for them. Because, you know, there's a lot of things we can learn online. But that during that period of time, there will be a limited time for them to learn what they want to learn. In order for them to be time conscious and in order for them to be consistency about what they want to learn. Not that having more times on internet, using like 5 hours on internet, that maybe they are learning, or that means they are not learning. And we are thinking they are learning, but they are not learning in one way or the other. And they can be exposure to another thing by not giving them time, by not setting the limited time for them. That's my own opinion. I'm done.
All right, thank you so much. Honestly, I'm proud of the two of you. The fact that you guys had to research on this, it's obvious. I mean, I could tell there's a difference, you know. But hope you guys enjoy yourself anyway. Biodun and Mofi, did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biodun, what about? All right. Okay, but next time, this is what I'll do. You know, because we have training and this is a program completely. One of the things I've realized is the two of you prepared well and you were able to say more things. But now, within the 1 minute where you are able to, when you're supposed to listen and be able to take out points and respond, the two of you were not so coherent and fluent, you know, in that aspect. So this is what I want you to pay attention to against next time, because there will be a next time for the two of you. Firstly, when someone is talking, listen to the meanings they are trying to pass across. Meaning means the points. So what are the points that they are passing across? From your point, you are of the opinion that that's muffin. Basically, the summary of what you're trying to say is this thing is necessary, especially for a dynamic world, the world that is ever changing. Learning, internet gives them access to learn and to, you know, acquire skills. I mean, that's part of the information that they get from the internet, and that this shouldn't be restricted, you know, which is efficient for both academics and other things as necessary. It's good for networking and the likes. And Biodun is of the opinion that there are vices such as when certain information are got, it could be misused. It could lead to cyberbullying. It could lead to fraudulent acts. And that these things should be curbed. So in all of that, you should listen and take note of a few things that the other person is saying, especially if you know you want to give a response, you know. So take note of what the other person is saying and find a suitable way to let the person see your point and say, oh, okay, well, you're right in this way. And maybe you need to go back to the material of public speaking. Have you been taught public speaking?
No.
Oh, are you sure? Mofin, what about you? In this training?
No, we haven't. I think this is the next
That's the next
class.
class. Oh, beautiful. Okay, that's fair. So I hope to see a difference after this. So which means that I won't let you do any presentation this next class, because after the public speaking, then that's when I want to see if there's a difference. Okay, is that fair? Is that fair?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, everyone on on the call, can you please just type in the chat box and say, well done, guys. Just appreciate them. Honestly, just appreciate them. These guys are consistent in our classes, and I'm sure that it took them some minutes to prepare for some of these things that they've just presented. Please, can I see it in the chat box? I'm waiting. Please say, well done, guys. Let's appreciate them. Let's appreciate them. Let me start calling our names. Okay. Ajayi Kimot has given you a clap. That's good. Responses. Amzat, Ayomide, let's appreciate them. Emmanuel, let's appreciate them. Nathaniel, let's appreciate them. Deborah, let's appreciate them. These guys have done so well. It's impressive. Okay. Now, let me just say one or two things before we end today's meeting. This training, we expected more people to have joined. Although we have some people joining afterwards on YouTube. Some people would watch later on YouTube. But if you don't participate even in activities, there is no evidence that you are a part of the class. So one of the things we are using to give assessment is participation in activities, whether in your groups, because your supervisors or course advisors will let us know, or in the class here, or the assignment given to you guys. So if you're not doing any of this, then if you're on YouTube, there is no way we would know that you are participating or that you've been part of this class. We could just assume that we have random people who are watching on YouTube. So we have more people who register for this training, but not everyone has been participating. So I'm saying this ahead of time, that when it's time for us to, at the end of this training, we will send certification to everyone. I mean, to only the people that deserve it. And by deserving, I mean those who have participated. And would love to, I mean, we are proud of you guys. If we send you a certificate, just know that we are proud of you to have been a member of this training. And I can tell you, we are proud of all of you who have been participating from the beginning. All right, so we've got an activity, but also, I want an honest opinion from you guys. So far, from the training, what has been your expectation in 30 seconds? In 30 seconds. What has been your experience thus far? Within 30 seconds, just state it, whilst I read your assignment to you. Okay, maybe you guys want me to call names again, right? Who wants to go first? You can unmute if you want to go first. What has been your experience thus far? But be sincere, don't sugarcoat. You know, if there were things that were not properly done, or things that you didn't enjoy, or things that you were impressed with, you know, or in comparison to other meetings or trainings online that you've attended, let us know. I'd like to hear your opinion. Deborah. Deborah? Oluwatomisin Deborah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Emmanuel, okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I don't know if we can get the slides after each class.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's easy. No problem. We'll send that. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
About you haven't
From
given
the
us a
first
comment.
day.
Huh?
From the first class.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, the first one was more of an introductory class anyway. And I think that was an emotional, although depth a little bit into emotional intelligence, but it was more of an introductory class. Okay, no problem. We will get the materials available. All right.
Okay, sir.
But what's your
Okay, sir.
comment thus far? So what's your experience thus far? Have you been attending the classes? Okay, yeah, I've seen. Yeah, you've been attending. I know. I'm familiar with you. Okay, so what's your experience thus far? But be honest. Don't try to impress.
Okay, sir. The classes have been okay. I've been learning a lot.
But
Sir?
I'm waiting for the but. What would you suggest we work on? What were you expecting to see that you didn't see, or something like that?
I don't know anybody now.
Okay, so you are just okay, right?
Yes,
All right,
sir.
no problem. Thank you. If you okay, yeah, right. And if you want to type, you can type it as well. Amzat Quadri Ayomide, I called you earlier. Oh, no, sorry, I haven't called you. Okay, but now I'm calling you Ayomide. Deborah, get ready. Oluwato missing Deborah, get ready. So Ayomide, go ahead. Ayomide, you can unmute yourself. You are muted. Quadri Ayomide, can you hear? Okay, Benjamin, can you take over, please? Benjamin, Nathaniel Benjamin, you spoke earlier, so go ahead.
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead, please. What's your opinion? No, don't mute yourself again. You've muted yourself. Go ahead. Unmute yourself, please.
yes, sir. It was a nice class, sir.
It has been what?
I said it was a nice class. It was interesting.
Ah, are you sure? Are you guys just trying
Yes,
to
sir.
see what you think I want to hear?
No.
Okay, all right. Muffin, what about you?
I found the class very interesting.
You said what? Sorry, I didn't get that. Can you repeat yourself?
I said I found the class very interesting.
Okay, but is no one gonna give me a but? Abiodun, what about you? Abiodun.
Ma, sir.
Yeah, what's your opinion of the classes thus far?
Oh, the classes were so amazing and good, and actually I learned a lot. I haven't had presentation on internet like this before, like presenting, and then this is my first presentation. Thank you very much for the commencement of our efforts, because
Oh,
I'm kind of person that is scared about going or this or that. Uh, Thank you very much. But what I would like us to in addition is the awareness of people. We don't have much people coming online. I think we have more people that registered, and we have limited people coming to the class. Like we have more people in the on WhatsApp group, but now attending the webinar we have little people. Maybe it's the awareness or something else. Please let's work on that. Thank you very much, sir.
all right. Thank you so much for your feedback. Okay, I want to say a big thank you to all of you Okay, so this is the assignment for the week. Once I called I don't know if you know your groups, but we want to start this is called Let's Tell a Story. That's the title of this assignment. Let's tell a story. So this is the story. I will begin let me explain it to you, the game. I will begin a story, and then you guys will continue, and you will continue, and and the next person will pick it up, and that person will pick it up. Now, what this means is we just want to see creativity. Ideally, this type of games are done spot on. That is, not something you go home to prepare for, but I want to tell you what it is first, so that on Monday you will have an understanding of this. One student, so for instance, I will begin a story. This is the story. The world is truly a global village. Dotun has just finished his exams and was trying to get admission into one of the higher institutions abroad. Then I stopped there. I said the world is a global village. Dotun has just finished his exams and was trying to get admission into one of the higher institutions abroad. Then I stopped there. Then I can call, kindly continue from there. You don't know what the story is. So the whole idea is you will continue that story and begin to form a story from where I stopped. So you can say, where I stop is higher institutions abroad. Got admission into higher institution. Unfortunately, he was financially restricted. He had financial challenges that he could not go ahead. He contacted his uncle who lived abroad if they could assist him with money. I'm assuming that this is Deborah talking. Then Deborah can answer to assist him with money. Unfortunately, the uncle referred him to, then he can stop there. She can stop there. Then Biodun can pick up the story from there and form it. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. So what this means, this game is called storytelling. So it's not something you are prepared for, but I'm telling you that story ahead so that in your head, you can start thinking of possible outcome. On that day, what will happen is that I will just start that story and I will call names and say, please continue that story. You will continue to a certain level. I'll call another person to continue from where you stop. It's not as if maybe you have all agreed and you've all sort of what story to tell or how this is where we stop, this is where you continue. No. It's just going to be spot on. This is to see how well we can synergize, how creative and innovative we can be, how we can also still connect dots. So you are not the one telling a story, but let's see how you can finish a novel, how you can finish a story. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. So this is going to be what our next assignment will be. But the topic is going to be what I've started with. So start thinking of stories around it, how you want to go, how you will develop a story around that kind of stuff. That, the world is a global village. We did this, I did that, so that on that day, okay, what we'll do, I will send this to the group, to the WhatsApp group. Okay, initially, what we're supposed to do is that we're supposed to have representative from each group. But because we were not getting representative from the group, so we'll just make do with only available and consistent students that we know that, okay, we want to focus on. So I'm sending this to the group now, to the WhatsApp group, so that all of you can see how the story will be developed, and things like that. All right. Okay, so I have now. Okay, in closing, I want to say well done to everyone and appreciate you for joining the class. And I'm glad that you said you learned something and that you're still learning. Next week, on Monday and Wednesday, we'll be talking about public speaking, as someone had said, as well as family. You don't want to miss any of this session. That Wednesday also will likely be our round-off ceremony or graduation, whatever we want to call it. We can call it graduation day as well. We'll make the link available for you to send to your friends so that they can join you and, at the meeting. I mean, for the graduation ceremony on Wednesday, online, of course, it's also online, and then we're good to go. And you guys will become part of our representative. Once again, this is LIBL Academy, and we are glad that you're part of 2022 Teens Leadership Intelligence Training. Thank you so much. Remember, today's topic is your character, value, and etiquette. What you do is called an act. When you do it again, it becomes what you refer to as habit. If you feed on that habit becomes character. And that character is what people call personality. So think twice about what you do today so that your personality is not judged by a single act. God bless you. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Bye.